Hello and welcome back to KD's Business Tips. Michael Lapider to talk to you about taxes in Canada, the authority hierarchy. This will pertain to your business as well as individual. Most people think CRA is the end-all be-all and what they say goes. Unfortunately, or fortunately for some taxpayers, they're not always right. And when we look at Supreme Court of Canada tax cases that got all that way, CRA in fact loses about half of those that go to Supreme Court. So above CRA, there's a hierarchy. CRA is a corporation. Their goal is to administer the Tax Act and to engage new stakeholders, as they say. Maybe that's new taxpayers, right? Immigrants and people growing up to be 18 years old or whatever it may be, new corporations and so forth. The CRA is specifically geared towards, but that's all they do. They are not the judge, jury, and executioner. Above them, they still have tax court. So if you don't like what the CRA says, you can appeal its CRA levels. There's also an ombudsman, and then above that we have the Tax Court of Canada that you can appeal to. And let's say you still don't like that answer. If you still believe you're in the right, or your tax or whoever's representing you thinks you're right, you can go all the way then to Supreme Court of Canada or the Supreme Court of Appeals. And there's court levels all the way up, and all these are higher in the hierarchy than CRA. So remember that many times CRA loses. They're not always accurate. You need to know what you're doing. You need to have someone to represent you, whether that's a very good accountant, a tax lawyer, and so forth. And the last thing I'll say is do not be intimidated, because we as taxpayers, both corporate and personally, business and personal, have rights. There's a taxpayer bill of rights. You can go online. It's available to you. And we have rights as a taxpayer, so we want to make sure CRA follows their guidelines, does their job, but does not overstep their boundaries in their hierarchy. Love to hear from you. Post in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't to, and we'll see you back here soon.